Like brief info on what base is. So like we're having the base batches in many places around the world. And this is one of the places here in Accra. So we're having RI workshops and we're having online workshop. Online workshop has started by the home base team earlier around from April 7th. And it's still ongoing. So but the RI workshop started lately. And so I'm still going to dive in more into it, but I'm going to start with what is base and how I'm going to navigate. Okay. Another thing is if you're a developer, building on base is open source. Building on base is like literally open source. You can contribute to their repository and you're going to earn. Because in the base, if you do something, you're going to earn from it. If you're a developer and you want to contribute to the base, maybe there are GitHub or any GitHub out there, they're going to reward you. There's something that base is doing now, the talent protocol stuff, weekly retroactive grants, where if you ship code, they're going to reward you. If you ship a code on base, they're going to reward you. It can be on personal projects. Because every week I used to be like 25th. They reward 100 people. The first 1 to 10. The first 1 to 10 are going to share 1 each. The next 11 to 25 are going to share 0.5 each. And the next 26 to 100 are going to share the next 0.5 each. So like I've always earned like around 0.02 weekly from just shipping code because I used to be like around 25th or 20th or 21st from the 1 to 100. Just ship code. You can build your own personal project or you are building another project and it's built on base. The algorithm is not, you don't have to like go to someone and ask, please, how do I get on the leaderboard? Just ship code and you're going to be shown on the leaderboard as long as you have a human check mark on your talent protocol. That if you need more question about that, you can note that and ask in the group, then I will give you more intro into it. Solution. Maybe it's a waste disposal stuff. You can just integrate base. The only thing that they want you to do is that either you integrate base toolkit or you deploy it on base. So they will know that this you are interacting with the base chain. So like just integrate, that's the front end part. You can maybe you want to add a wallet connection with the base toolkit, or you want to deploy the stuff on the token on base, the contract on base. So like that's the only thing you have to do. Let me say I have a project, let me say waste management project, and it's built in normal Web2 stuff. I can integrate base toolkit we're still going to do a mini workshop. I can integrate base toolkit. I will just do nps create at Coinbase onchain kit. Then I will install the onchain kit, then I add wallet connection to it. Just basic integration. If you go to the docs, everything is seamless on the docs for you to understand. If I a front end, you will feel like. So I even thought I'm going to have to learn Solidity to be a base builder. You don't have to learn Solidity to be a base builder. But if you want to learn, you can learn it. That's deploying fast. But most stuff on base itself, it is mostly front end, the mini kit, the stuff and everything. And even though you're not a developer, you can do the vibe coding stuff and you give your AI, this is the base doc. Follow the doc and do everything and blah blah blah. So you don't even have to read the docs. What AI is doing? AI is making like this. But I would advise you to read docs. Right. Does that answer your question or not? So now we'll be having Mr. Emmanuel from iExchange. So who know iExchange here? So you know the big man. So we have a very big man here. He used to started from somewhere, but he didn't dump his project. He kept on building it. Now he's known with it to be founder of iExchange. We want to become that one day. Like later on, we start being amongst the likes of Jelly and the likes. Have you heard of man started from somewhere and now? Do you know they will start saying that our iExchange is a $1 billion company. So the worth of iExchange for you to buy it, the equity is like $22 billion. So you know that Emmanuel himself, his own equity is even like maybe more.
Very honored to be here. I think today is going to be more of storytelling, sharing ideas, and kind of to motivate you guys, right? I mean, it would be good to ship and fail and revamp and go than to wait and not ship. Very, very important. Yeah. So I was talking about you should have that mindset to ship. The number one other thing you should do after you have that whole mindset is to build community. So community is everything. I mean, if you are building a DApp and people don't know, not even people don't know, like if people don't resonate with it, if you've not really psyched people to love what you're building, bro, you failed. Because the funny thing is you're going to build and no one will use it. I mean, just think about you shifting to the market, doing all this stuff, and you still struggle for people to use you. Because the funny thing is, as African, it's very difficult for you to have big funding from the start. So you have these, Western companies that build, sometimes they don't even have community. And right on their launch, they invest massively in marketing, massive calls, and at the get-go, they have millions of people in their community. People don't know them, but they are vibing with them because they saw their favorite influencer mention them. You don't have that capacity. So as an African, you always take the difficult but slow but sure route, where it's organic, you talk to friends. So let me tell you about something difficult that I was doing. Someone will wonder, like, how did we have 55? I mean, how did we have 50K followers and a very big community on Telegram and all that? And even with respect to merchants, like already they've deployed, some have deployed liquidity that on the team level we've started interacting with them. How did we do it? Every single day, like on the marketing corporate level, every single day, we were making calls to at least 20 people. Every single day. Yes. You see, sometimes people see the roses, the shine. Hey, this guy is. But I'm telling you, there is serious work underground. Imagine every single day you need to speak to 20 people on phone. Like you need to be hunting for contacts. Like you see, French Charlie, you know some merchants that I can talk to. Give me their contact. You take it. The next day, you call them. You need to convince them to believe in your idea and to come on board. So it's like it's hyper difficult, but you should be ready to do it if you really want to succeed. So building community comes with understanding your audience, understanding people who believe in what you're building and people who love what you're doing. And they want to go with you. Then you try to bring them on board, go with the most difficult, try to convince them, let them come on board, whether it's calls, Twitter spaces. And yeah, I mean, a lot of you can testify. We host Twitter spaces every single week. On Thursdays, we are on X, we are jamming with the community. All this stuff are to build that organic community we need. Because normally, the organic community that you're going to build, they are basically the individuals who are going to love your product, even if people don't like it. These people are going to love it. And they're going to help you propagate stuff about your product to get it out there. So one, I've spoken about, you need to have the mindset after the idea, after you built, maybe hackathon. You might not win out of this base event. I mean, nevertheless, whether you win or not, have the mindset to build community. Then the next thing is build capacity. The capacity that I'm talking about is build capacity to talk about your product, like to pitch. So for example, people have great products, but they don't even know how to pitch about it. Like people think, okay, maybe I'll talk a little bit about pitching, okay, so that it gives a clear idea about not just saying learn how to pitch. Yeah. So one thing I've realized is people think pitching is only when you are talking to investors, like big guys, but it shouldn't always be investors. Pitching is as simple as if I speak about I exchange to the gentleman, I've pitched to him. Yes. And even if you're going to build the best organic community or any other thing, it stands on your pitch. I'm going to give you few steps of how to best pitch so that you get that idea. So one, I think a quick recap. One is the mentality to ship. 2, build community. 3, build capacity to pitch your product. I mean, in your pitching steps, the first first thing you should do, I mean, whether it's a pitch deck or you're just talking about it or anything, the first thing is feasibility. When you pick the mic or when you're talking to someone, know the numbers in the markets that you are dealing. In the crypto space here in Africa, according to Chainalysis, the market is around 2023. It was valued around $170 billion. If you take the P2P space only, they run like 6% of that. That is like $6 billion. And picking that aside, Momo is projected 2023 to hit around 1.4 trillion Ghana cedis. And much more of all these traditional systems, fiat and crypto, they work hand in hand, and these guys revolve around each other, telling every investor who you are talking to that the market is huge. Then you come to now talk about the problem. But out of this juicy market, it has that problems. And we as Phantom World comes in to solve this problem by this, that. You have the attention of everybody you're talking to. Because at this time, you know your market. So you are not just someone who is building because you want to build. Two, you've identified real problems that you've seen. And the third one, you spoke about the solution, which is very clear. If you can talk about your competitors, what makes us different in the market is our competitors like Binance, Bybit, they do this, that. But we at our exchange, we provide this, that. Then they also know that, so even aside you knowing about the market, you know that your competitors who are in the market run these billions of dollars. And out of the market they own, you have these specific, features that differentiate you from them. So then you are informing whether it's people you need grants from or VCs, you are informing them that you can have a market share, which is very, very important. I mean, if you are building and you can't have a market share, then no one will listen to you. Then, to keep it very short, you can now go straight to the product. So if you have a demo, you can show. If you want to talk about the architecture, something very quick, you can show that. If you have some successes, you can also tell them maybe our successes, we want this hackathon, we that, our transaction-wise, this, that. You give them that basics, then you talk about the team advisors, then you ask, our access. We want to have this grant. If it's investment, we are raising this million, for product development, this, You're good. So, this is like a very short pitch, but informs anyone you're talking to that you have very, very big mind about what you're telling him. So, I've spoken about the determination. Two, I've spoken about organic community. I've spoken about how to pitch. It's very, very important. The next thing I'll talk about is finding the right circle to build with you. These are very important stuff I want you guys to really take. If you are able to critically look at all these things that I'm mentioning, I'm telling you, your startup will change, or what you're going to build through this amazing thing Base is doing is going to change. Finding the right people to build with is very, very important. I mean, you might have good devs around you. You need to find the right people to handle marketing. You need to find the right people to handle administration, the other parts of the company. You get it? You need to find the right people to build with within your circle. Then finally, you need to find the right circle of founders to associate yourself with. So for example, when you come to this hub, it's Aya, right? Aya resonates with, the collective mindset, the collectiveness of the community. Yeah, so when you come here, a lot of founders are here building, sharing ideas, moving. So you need to find that whole pack you belong to. It's very, very important. If you try to be a founder alone in that, you'll be swallowed. Sometimes the whole startup space is very weird in some way. So sometimes you need to find the right circle that you can fit in and also kind of grow your business. These are very simple stuff that I've spoken about. It's nothing complex. Maybe you've even thought about it before. You get it. But I'm not here to lecture you, or I'm not here to inform you. I'm here to remind you, because these are things you know already. But I want to remind you that if you can categorically follow this pattern and strengthen each of the things that I've mentioned, your startup will pick. I'm telling you, because if it's traction that you need to put to the chains, that you have the TVL, you have need for your product, the organic community is there for you. These guys will give you the initial traction that you don't need to pay thousands of dollars for. They'll use it. I mean, as I'm here talking to you about, we had 10K users on Tesla, we had 12K. I paid for nothing. These are community members who were using and gave us those TVLs. Yes.